to make it happen? What change will it take? How much will it take to manifest good things in your life? You know, to find happiness and keep happiness, a healthy body and money flow is worthwhile to make it happen. So do you want to have a formula that works? Well, you've come to the right place, because this program is created for you, just for you, to inspire, uplift, and solve the puzzles of how to make it happen. Now today I'm going to talk about how to make things happen with Ann White and the famous law of attraction guarantee. 7 habits that can make it happen. So welcome. Welcome to Hang Out with Sandra Longmore. You know, I'm here the first 3 Saturdays of the month. I take the last Saturday off, so you can join me any Saturday at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, except for the last Saturday, because I practice self-care then. And join me for the Hangout show. And if you want to be on the panel sometime, you can also email me or just go to my internet site and ask me about it. So I practice energy. I love my practice of law of attraction and mastering energy, because that's what's happening. It's going and blowing and flowing through me all the time, which means I need to pay attention to what I'm manifesting and what I'm creating every single day. And I call that an Italian word called vibrazione. So vibrazione is like vibration. Now vibration is a very, very important word, and we're going to talk about that a lot on today's program. Now, a little more about me. I'm a certified law of attraction trainer, a certified life coach, and a certified energy master for advanced coaching, a published author, and a speaker and a teacher of art. In fact, I'm in my art studio at the art class, or the art school where I work. And that's why it looks so pretty in here with all those paintings. Now, this Hangout show is about living the highest vibration possible, or the highest vibrazione possible. And that's through different ways, through thoughts and living ageless and feeling ageless, and solutions. So it's thoughts, beauties, and solutions is the main umbrella. And the purpose is to bring you these great thoughts about beautiful ideas and solutions to help you live a more satisfying life. A work of art life. That means you stand back and you look at your work and look at your life and you say, that's there because of me. I manifest it and I love it. And that's how you live your life as an ageless person. So the art of living ageless is important to enjoying your life. And I've also created a community around that. It's called The Art of Living Ageless, and you can find that on Google+. And I also have another community, these are both free, which is called the Art, Artisan, and Crafter Support Group. And you know, you can really do all these things of living ageless and feeling good and loving your life, because it's kind of like a mastermind when you're with like-minded people, like on this show. And the more you're around like-minded people, the more you're in the vicinity of manifesting more of what you want. So now, to get you up to speed for the first time for my program, if you've been here for the first time, as in my practice of energy and how to get energy to work for me and the people that I work with, I have learned about the universal laws that govern energy. And those universal laws, law of attraction, uses 3 things: energy, focus, and desire. So what you put your thoughts and energy and focus on is what you're going to get, because like attracts like. So you might feel like when maybe you run into somebody at the grocery store, you talk about the words like coincidence or serendipity or meant to be. Those are all things of law of attraction. And that means that you are experiencing the law of attraction, because those are all the results of the energies of law of attraction. You've given energy, focus, and desire, and up it shows up in your life. And sometimes you might wonder, what's up with that? Why is that happening to me? Well, the smart thing to do, the very smartest thing to do, is to practice energy harnessing. So you get more of what you do want and less of what you don't want. And in this program, you're going to learn how to do just that. Learn how to tap into this energy. So what you've learned so far is that law of attraction is already working in your life right now, right now. It's responding to your vibration together, whether you believe it or not. And so if you're curious and wondering what the vibe is that you're currently sending, well, or how you can become a deliberate attractor more, you can also learn about this 4-part series I have coming up. 4-part series on how to do the law of attraction the fast, fun way. It's going to be for artists, artisans, and crafters, and it's going to start in March. So go on my internet site and check that out. I know you're going to love it. So my 4-part series is going to be really, really fun, and I'm so happy to be able to bring that to you. But today's topic is all about healthy living, and I'd like to introduce my special guest, Ann White.
Thank you, Sandra. My name is Ann White, and I'm coming to you from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, of all places. And part of being in Sheboygan was part of creating the life I chose to live. Because Sandra and I have known each other for a number of years. We worked together in the anthology, Pebbles in the Pond. And part of what we both believe is we have the opportunity to create the life you choose to live. So I, at age 64, decided I was going to shake up my life, do something entirely different, take all of my energies and all of my stuff, and I moved to the land of ice and snow, which does have a beautiful spring, summer, and fall, and bought an enchanted cottage and manifested some chickens. And from the chickens, a whole health and wellness thing turned out. So later in the show, we'll talk about that. While I'm in Sheboygan, I also am a co-owner of the Creating Calm Network, and Sandra, her work appears on the Creating Calm Network. It's a global network that's for healthy and holistic lifestyles, loving relationships, and a sustainable planet. So it all kind of works together in this wonderful ball of energy. And so that's a little bit about what we do. We'll come back and talk about chickens after we learn more about the law of attraction with Sandra.
Isn't that exciting? Isn't she wonderful? Yeah, Anne has been part of my history for quite some time, and I'm so happy to have her in my life. So right now we're going to talk about 7 habits that if you adopt, you will find that your life will go a lot easier. So these are 7 habits using the law of attraction. Number 1 is to precede the day, and that means you put out a seed before the day happens. So what you do is you precede the day by saying what you do want. You know, law of attraction doesn't know if you're thinking or you're just imagining or whatever. Whatever you're thinking, your vibration is, that's what's happening. And so if you deliberately precede the day, it will go a lot better. So instead of worrying about tomorrow or worrying about even what you're going to eat or what you're going to wear, do something like this. Think something like, maybe things always work out for me. You know, I can decide very quickly about what I'm going to wear, and I really don't have to worry about anything because I have been given this day. It's a beautiful day. In fact, you know, on our lifetime, we have beautiful seasons like Anne was just talking about. So we're preceding the day. We're getting our vibration up. And when your vibration is up, everything goes easier because law of attraction doesn't know if you're imagining or you're just thinking about it. It's going to match vibration. That's what its job is. Now, the second habit is to reset resistance. Now, what is resistance? Resistance is anything that doesn't feel good. It has a negative vibe. You know, you can only have 2 vibes at one time, negative or positive. It's your choice. So to reset the resistance is part of what happens when you use something like this. So like these are like this chart is words, thoughts, vibes, and results. So if you reset your words, are you going to reset your thoughts? If you reset your thoughts, you're going to reset your vibes. If you reset your vibes, you're going to reset your results. So we talked a little bit previous about preceding the day, and we changed some words, and that changed this whole scenario here. So it's important that you reset your words. And one of the ways you can reset your words brings me to hint number 3, and that's to eliminate some. So you may have these words. Some people say these words 300 times before noon. So if you could eliminate these words, you would have about a lot better time in life. So those 3 words are don't, not, know. So if you can eliminate those words from your vocabulary, you will get a lot better at things. So why do you do that? Because law of attraction doesn't hear don't, not, know. Your subconscious doesn't either. It only hears the vibration, or it only hears what you're saying. So if you're saying, I don't want to be sick, what's the law of attraction hearing? Sick. Or I don't want to have money troubles. What's law of attraction hearing? Money troubles. What is law of attraction's job? Match vibration. So what is it matching? Money troubles. Sick. So the reset sentence is, and this is, burn this one in your mind because it's a really good one. So what do you want? Or what do I want? So when you find yourself saying what, don't, not, know, say what do I want? Maybe you could just even make it your password. What do I want? So it takes a little practice, but I'll tell you, it's so worth that practice. Now, hint number 4 is to acknowledge your attractability. Now, attractability has 2 words buried within it. First word is ability, and the other is attract. So what is attractability? Well, first of all, it's important to acknowledge that you do have the power to attract. I have the power. You do. You have the power to attract. And so the reset sentence is, what do I want? Or this is here because of me. So celebrate when you feel that reset happening and things start to change. Celebrate it. And then that hint is to acknowledge that you have the ability to attract what you want to yourself. So, and here's the proof, and that's all about looking for proof of your attractability. And then the 5th hint is to check your vibrational boundaries. And that's like a bubble. And I have a really cool things. I got some bubbles here. I love my girl bubbles here. So I have 3 bubbles. There they are. So the bubbles are what you might have going on with you. Now this one isn't so hot. This vibrational bubble is, this woman is thinking some negative things like, I don't have any money, I don't know what I'm going to do, I wonder what the next step is. What's she going to get? She's going to get more no money, she's going to get more confusion about the next step. And so maybe she does some thoughtful thinking like this. She goes, so what do I want? Well, this is what I want. It's Valentine's Day. I want some candy and some happiness, and I want to have more money, and I want to have a good life. So watch your vibrational bubble. Be very aware of it, and when you find out you have some resistance in that bubble, just shift it. And then habit number 6 is mind your own vibration. Now, everybody has a bubble, right? Why, if you are in the habit of looking at other people's bubbles or trying to fix their bubble, trying to get this lady to feeling better, what's going to happen? Your vibe is going to match her vibe, and pretty soon you're both here. So mind your own vibration, darn it. Just mind your own vibration. If you want to fix somebody else, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it until they want to fix themselves. The best way is for you to be an example and just mind your own vibration and walk around with that pink one, or maybe even this one. Walk around with that kind of a bubble. And then hint number 7 or habit number 7 is be unrealistic. So you might say, well, I have this is my realism. Well, law of attraction is just going to attract that, just going to match that. So be unrealistic. And so the reality is that it may be really real for you that you don't have any money and you don't have good health and you want all those things. Well, law of attraction is going to just match what you don't want. So be unrealistic. Reach for more, stretch for more, become unrealistic. Look for like-minded people that uplift you, and so that your new vibe is hope and expectancy, discovery, and things like that. And that's the vibration then that law of attraction matches, because like attracts like, and then things will start getting better. So good luck on those 7 habits that you can use every single day. They're daily habits on law of attraction. So now I'd like to introduce Anne, who's going to talk to us about more good habits of healthy living.
Thank you, Sandra. And it really goes along with what you were saying as well when you talked about plant the seed or seed the day. So we're going to talk about that too. Where you can find this part of my life is at a website called Health and Wellness by Ann, A-N-N, jwhite.com. So it's Health and Wellness by AnnJWhite.com. And what the purpose of that is to have a holistic and healthy lifestyle. And I think it started with chickens. That's what I was telling Sandra. I manifested some hens, and they showed up, and the first time, and I was city slicker. I mean, what did I know from hens? But I got these hens. I Googled it to learn how to take care of them. And one day I was holding an egg, my very first egg from a hen that I was raising. And I thought, what a gift. This hen has given me a healthy, organic, because I feed them organic, food product, and I want to learn how to use it. And I was a vegan at first, so I had to learn how to cook an egg, so I had to go to YouTube and watch things on how to boil an egg and how to cook an egg. Now I know how to cook eggs. But from this, it made me want to be a better person. I don't know, it was just a game changer. So then I wanted to eat healthy, and I wanted to create healthy food using this egg or not, and I wanted then to feed my chickens a healthy diet. And that brought to me the big 3. The chickens produced a compost, the compost produced crops, and the crops produced cooking. And then from the cooking we go back, and it's a wonderful cycle. And the cycle brings us back to nature, and that's what I love what Sandra said. The seeds of our thoughts can also be the seeds we plant in the earth and then grow the natural crops. And another part that I love is the concept of compost. Sandra, do you ever think about compost?
I have compost. Yeah.
Compost is the muck and the mire, the poop that we get, and all of the garbage, and yet we stir it all up, and we produce this healthy, rich-smelling dirt that gives us great crops. But internally, we have compost. And I think part of where I'm using my law of attraction is to celebrate the compost of our life and be grateful for it, because it is our fertilizer from which we bloom. And I think of the lotus flower. How beautiful is the lotus flower? Well, it has to grow in mucky, dirty water. So sometimes when I work with people and they say something like, oh, I've got such a terrible past, or I made these mistakes, I yell, compost. It's compost. Put it in there, stir it up, kind of let it air out, and then bloom from it. Because there are no mistakes. You know, there are no mistakes at all. So that's part of the Health and Wellness by Ann J. White, is celebrating ourselves, seeding every day, like Sandra said, just waking up and saying, it's a beautiful day. What are we going to create today? Let's create something. So do some creation each day. And it's getting back to nature with compost, with seeds, with natural remedies. I use a lot of essential oils. I'm a distributor for essential oil. And I'm learning not only how to do healing with myself, but also using essential oils on the animals and on chickens. because I'd rather use something natural and holistic than go out and get some kind of DDT and start spraying the hens who are going to lay the egg that I'm going to eat, because then I've made a toxic waste dump. So it's a wonderful cycle of health and wellness and honoring and celebrating ourselves. Like Sandra, how you take Saturday off for self-care. Beautiful. That's part of it, is honoring yourself. So that's the gig I've been really working on. And Sandra knows me from Pebbles in the Pond.
Mm-hmm.
And also from there, the Forming the Creating Calm Network, which is still alive and vibrant. And from there, then I do some shows on health and holistic and wellness and all under that umbrella. In fact, Sandra, I was telling Sandra, we do all of these things where we study and we learn and we present and we teach. My biggest show right now for me is the chicken show. Who would have thought? I appear with a hen, and we talk chickens. And it's a clucking good thing, Sandra.
So awesome. So awesome. Yeah, you got to get to know this woman. She's just really so unique and everything. And, it kind of sounds like you've got enough information there. I know you're very creative, Ann, and we met at Pebbles in the Pond. That was an anthology where we all were authors. Do I hear maybe a book in the future?
You sure do. And it is called A Year in Sheboygan. And it was really going to be like an Eat, Pray, and Love, because things I was dissatisfied with what was going on in my life. I was working for a hospital. There's a lot of corporate greed. I thought, I'm just going to create something, and part of the healing. But I don't think there's no love in mine except self-love, chicken love, dog love. So it might be called Eat, Bark, and Cluck. But it really is a memoir about creating your own life the way you want, because we have that power to create a life. And, I call my house the Enchanted Cottage. And because of that, she is getting enchanted more and more. Every day is enchanting. So I think it's how we, like you say, we plant the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So the book is coming out. I'm finishing up my year. My year ends March. So that's why I don't have it concluded until March. March is when I move to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And from there, we'll see. But I'm looking forward to it. It's fun to write. And it's, you give an author some chickens, you're going to get a book.
Yeah. So I've been following Ann on Facebook and with the chicken story and all that's happening with the weather, and she even had to give them baths one time.
No, but what I learned, because I made a big deal of bringing in chickens in the terrible weather. We had -degrees, bathing them, and I thought it was going to be horrific. But then I got into the fact that I'm taking them to the spa. So that so we had spa days, and do you know my chickens love it? And they love to have their tushies with a low blow dryer. So I give them a little blow dry, and they just fall in your arms. You have to keep them from drowning. They have such a good. So now I've turned it. We have spa day, and it's not the big deal anymore. They love spa day. I love spa day because it's relaxing to make your hand, have a good day.
That's awesome.
And yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm going to change. I'm going to name my house. I like that, Enchanted Cottage. I live in the geodesic domes.
Oh, yes.
And my husband used to build geodesic domes, so we have 4 put together in geodesic domes. But he's a builder, but he's not a very good fixer, and they have leaks. And I have this big momentum about how I want this different. So I think I will do that. I'm going to take my own advice here and, shift that resistance to that. And it's this house tonight. When I go home, I'm going to get a new name for my dome homes.
You need to name it dome home. There'll be a name for that. Because this cottage, if you were to look at it, you might say, it's an old caveman. But it was run down when I bought it, and I came in and I thought, you need to be loved, house. You just need to be loved. So we started the Enchanted Cottage and Chicken Farm, and my farm is probably smaller than your office right there. But, in my mind, it's a beautiful place. And enchantment happens, and it's the kind of place where I can paint on a wall. So I have little paintings of flowers and signs around my house, like be beautifully bold is a sign, or right by my door, go out and create something amazing.
Yeah, I like that sign. I saw
Right?
that on Facebook.
So it's kind of a fun place, you know.
I've loved it. I've loved the way you stenciled the floors and I just, the title today is Make It Happen.
Yeah.
And you are the best person ever to have said that, to just make it happen and make it happen your way, no matter, what it is.
Mhm.
So awesome. Yeah. It really is a serendipity and coincidence and everything, how it all comes together. And I'm so happy the way this came together today with you and I and our viewers. It's just wonderful.
Because, like you say, we can create the life we choose to live. You have done it. You know, you just bring it on, and I love the things that are happening with your art school, and who knows what's going to happen with the Enchanted Cottage and Chicken Farm. But the energy is there, and I feel it flowing in. So part of that is just being open to um, open to the magic that happens.
Yeah, and expecting it and watching for it and yeah, preceding the day, precede the week, the month, the year, precede it and make it happen the way it's there. You've already asked for it. That's a three-step formula where you ask, you already have the desire, and then source answers, and then the third step is allow. We already have it out there. Now we just need to get the heck out of the way so we can allow it to come to us. And that
Right.
allowing is all about the way Anne is presenting and I am presenting. It's this, it's positive, negative, and just, I know it sounds Pollyanna sometimes. I think, my gosh, they must get tired of listening to this. But they don't, it's all about that, the positiveness, so that you don't walk. You've seen people walk around like this,
Feel that energy right away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do. Even this, and law of attraction doesn't know if you're observing it or if you are thinking about it. Even when I put the card up, I could feel a slump come in my shoulders. It just that fast. So, buck up, build a bridge and get over it and get one of these.
I don't know about you, but I don't like to get out of my bed until I start with "It's a Beautiful Day," or "I love my house," or something. I like to get like a mantra going, and then I sort of conga line all the way down the stairs with my dogs. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And then by the time you're downstairs, it's a beautiful day. You know,
Yes.
it's already started. So there's your seed. But I like to start from the first thing when I wake up. A grateful or a happy or finding joy in something, a whole new day to create.
Yeah, Abraham Hicks is really big on that right now. They've been saying that for quite some time, that momentum stops when you sleep. So all your momentum stops. So then the first thing in the morning is where you can start that fresh start and set it right. Get good momentum going, and don't use a don't not know and those kinds of things, and make your day go better. That and then you get more better. You get everything.
Beautiful way to start a day, yeah. So it's a habit that I've developed over the last couple of years, and it serves me well.
Good. Yes. I do it most of the time. I try to do it most of the time. Sometimes I slip, but I get right back on again. If I fall off that horse, that law of attraction horse, I get right back on and I say, today I'm harnessing you. Let's go for it.
Yeah, because, we're not Pollyannas. There's going to be a time where all of a sudden it just, oh, but then we have the power to crank it up again.
So true. So true. Well, this has been wonderful today, Anne. I have so much enjoyed this show. So why don't you tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you?
Okay, and the best way, without taking a lot of information, is going to that website, Health and Wellness by Ann, ANNJ White.com, and then there's a contact page there. So that gets right to me. Health and Wellness by Ann J. White.
Awesome. Yes. And mine is all about everything is under my name, Sandra Longmore. And I have an event page. Let's see, right there. I have an event page, and that's where all the different events I have coming up, my shows, and my 4-part series for artists coming up in March. And everything's listed there, so it's nice and easy for you because we should live a life that is easy and fun.
Amen.
So say goodbye to our viewers, Anne, and we will sign off. And until next week, have a great, happy Valentine's Day. Have a great Valentine's Day. Bye
Thank
for now.